Hello, guys. Thank you for being here. This is Phenomenon with Pinky, and I have a story to bring to you today. Okay. I have a question. Is fentanyl the reason for the bend over effect we're talking about in San Francisco? San Francisco in the hood. Is fentanyl the reason for the bend over effect? You see how everybody walks over bent over, or they standing in place bent over, not moving, but almost like they're sleeping, or zombie like bent over. So that is a question. And if you can, before we get started, go ahead and make sure you hit that like button, guys, because that's going to keep me in the algorithm. And then also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to go ahead and thank you right away for doing that for me. All right. But that is a question that I'm asking. So we're getting ready to find out. I'm going to go ahead and share this with you today. Okay. So we're getting ready to find out what is the reason for the bend over effect. I don't know. All right. Here we go, guys. This is with ABC 7 News at 7 in San Francisco. Here we go.
Continues with their daily life, in most cases awake, but not able to stand up. We bumped into Andy Berger, who tried to explain.
Start it over. I'm sorry. I was watching.
As San Francisco struggles to deal with the fentanyl crisis, the medical community is trying to understand what the drug actually does to the human body. And the one thing you may have witnessed yourself, people so high they're literally just bent over and can't stand up.
Yeah, so what causes that stance and what are the long-term impacts? Our Building a Better Bay Area reporter, Leah Melendez, is here with some answers for us tonight.
Yeah, I'm so glad I did this story. Now, the number one question people ask me is, why do people who are on fentanyl bend over so severely? Is it the drug? Is it their spine, which is somehow damaged? Well, we thought that by doing this story, people would start caring more about the harm fentanyl does to the body.
People bent over, appearing as if they were frozen in place, is a common sight in San Francisco's Tenderloin district. The simple explanation?
It's a degree of loss of consciousness and a degree of loss of muscular control.
Fentanyl is responsible, but the effects of the opioid continue to linger on as the person continues with their daily life, in most cases awake, but not able to stand up. We bumped into Andy Berger, who tried to explain his physical state at that moment.
When did you last use fentanyl?
Today.
Yeah, so it's still obviously in your body.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're not able to, straighten up.
I mean, I can. It just it hurts a lot to have to do that.
Fentanyl can be both a short-acting drug and a long-acting drug. So some people, they're back upright in 45 minutes to an hour, and some people it could be longer than that.
Dr. Daniel Ciccarone is a UCSF professor of addiction medicine. He says fentanyl in long-term users takes time to clear out of the system because the drug tends to accumulate in the fat tissue. The research community has yet to determine if fentanyl impacts your spine at all. Berger, meanwhile, told us he's more concerned about his swollen legs than his back.
People's legs swell up, sores on them like that.
What researchers think might be happening there is that because the chemical is acidic, in some cases, it eventually makes veins collapse.
I just didn't care about anything. Drugs was my only driving force every day.
Ben Campofreddo, once a heavy fentanyl user, weighed only 100 pounds when a spine infection sent him to the emergency room.
I wore a hole in my leg from being in the wheelchair so long, and that got infected, and then that infection went into my spine.
Mind you, Campofreddo had existing back issues. His pain is what drove him to addiction. The use of fentanyl made his condition even worse. Because of that infection, UCSF surgeons had to remove 2 of his discs. And as seen in this spine health animation, 2 implants were inserted providing more spacing between the vertebrae. This relieved the pressure on the nerves. Camperfreda now lives in Oregon and considers himself among the few able to get off fentanyl. Earlier this year, he hiked the well-known Camino de Santiago de Compostela in Spain. That's approximately 550 miles.
And how's your back?
My back is great. I'm in better shape than I've been in since I was 20. I exercise every day. I stay very active. I'm very grateful that I had the second chance at getting my life together. For now, I'm great. I'm staying healthy, and that's the most important thing to me.
Now, here in San Francisco, there is this debate over harm reduction versus abstinence. Now, Ben agrees that it can backfire if you force someone into treatment, but he also acknowledges that the reason he is clean, free of fentanyl, is because he was forced to be in that position, meaning hospitalized for his back for months and months. And he says he is grateful that he was. This coming from someone who was in the trenches. So we're not taking sides here, but this is coming from
Someone who's been there.
someone who's been there, done that.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I hope you got a lot of information from it. I did too. I'm not sure about the bend over effect. If you like this video, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's help this channel to grow, and you can check out my other two channels, Pinkie the Housewife and Pink Global. I'll put them down in my description. You all have a good day. Enjoy yourself. Bye-bye.